Welcome back to TTS Daily with me, Yi. Our first story, there have been a horrifying Thai dismemberment case. Next, in Malaysia boleh, even double park cars stand no chance. Now in Singapore, a runner collapsed and sadly passed away. And our last story of the day, a man who washes the floor of his corridors 10 times a day. Okay, our first story is in Thailand, and trigger warning everyone, this is a Thai dismemberment case. A Chinese man, Tong Yong Fu, was arrested on April 26, 2025 at Surunavabhumi International Airport while attempting to flee Thailand. He is accused of unaliving Waranan, a 25-year-old post-operative transgender woman in a Pattaya rented apartment. So the victim's dismembered body was found in the bathroom of the apartment by a housekeeper during a welfare check around 10 a.m. on April 26. Residents and the housekeeper earlier reported loud argument between 1 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. with the victim screaming, "Let me go, don't hurt me," followed by loud banging noises. The victim's body was severely mutilated with the insides I cannot reveal, with the insides removed. A bag containing scissors, equipment and clothes were found in the room. Fu later admitted to choking the victim, causing the victim to be unalive, and dragging her body to the bathroom and mutilating it with scissors, claiming that he wanted to play with the corpse. Okay, now we finally have some context and motives. CCTV footage first showed Fu leaving the apartment at 6 a.m. with a suitcase, and Fu had earlier rented the apartment for a week and had multiple prior visits to Pattaya as a tourist. After he cleaned the body and room, slept and booked a flight to Kunming, China, but was apprehended at 1:45 p.m. at the airport. And Fu initially met the victim, Waranan, on April 25th near South Pattaya Beach, agreeing to pay 8,000 baht for explicit services, and he claimed that he was unaware that she was transgender initially, and an argument erupted when the victim refused to proceed with services and Fu demanded a partial refund. That dispute turned violent, and Fu alleged that the victim kicked him, which led him to choke her out in a fit of anger, and that led to said dismemberment and mutilation. This case has drawn a lot of attention due to the brutality of the crime and the suspect's attempted escape. Okay, we're in Malaysia right now where a red Exia double parked blocking a Vios in Putra Heights. So double parking means you actually park your car in front of a car that is parked. So basically, if the car that you're blocking wants to leave the car park lot or slot, you are unable to unless the car that double parked move out, okay? So the Vios owner honked for over an hour with no response from the Exia driver. So usually if someone double park, you go to your to the neighboring shops and houses and ask, "Hey, whose car is that? Whose car is that? Please move." Someone wants to, reverse out, someone wants to get out of the car park. So the Vios owner honked for over an hour. An hour is serious, Usually I only see people double park, they move within 15 to 20 minutes maximum. An hour is extreme case. So much so that bystanders leave and move the Exia to free the Vios, okay? This action was captured in a viral TikTok video. Now you can see over 300k views right now. And also, the Exia driver didn't leave any number left on the vehicle, and the driver only appeared after police intervention coming from the second floor. If the Exia driver was at the second floor, could it be possible the Exia driver was aware that they were double parking and they were aware of the honking all the while and only chose to appear after police intervention, even not caring when her car was being moved and lifted away to free the Vios? I don't know, okay? Anyway, the Exia driver received a summons, and there have been a lot of frustrations among netizens over selfish double parking habits. But at least there's praise for the bystanders' teamwork, helping each other Malaysian style. We're in Singapore right now where a runner just collapsed on April 27, 2025 during the 2XU compression run. The runner was taken unconscious to Singapore General Hospital and pronounced dead. This isn't the first time such incident happened during runs, and it's the second fatality in the event's history. A 45-year-old runner died in 2014 after collapsing during the race, possibly due to heat stroke or overexertion. And also, this isn't the lone incident in Singapore for running events. For example, during the Standard Chartered Marathon Singapore 2016, a 29-year-old British man also collapsed 1 kilometer from the finish line and was pronounced dead upon rushing to hospital. In the Standard Chartered Marathon Singapore 2011, another 22-year-old Singaporean also collapsed after finishing the half marathon on December 4, 2011, also rushed to the SGH and pronounced dead. There have been a lot of incidents. These incidents are not lone incidents. The cause of death has not been diagnosed, still pending investigations. A 38-year-old woman was assaulted, tied up and robbed by two men at Jalan, Besar on 26 April 2025. She sustained minor injuries during the attack, and the stolen items were two mobile phones, a wallet, a gold chain, a pair of gold earrings, 2,000 Singapore dollars in cash, but all stolen belongings have been recovered. The suspects are two men aged 22 and 27, and they physically assaulted and restrained the victim before fleeing. Singapore Police Force (SPF) was alerted on 26 April 2025, and they used police cameras and CCTV to identify and arrest the suspects within 4 hours. Arrests were made on 26 April 2025 around 9 p.m. The case is classified as robbery with hurt and police investigations are ongoing, but kudos to them, within 4 hours arresting the suspects, that is really efficiency. And for your last story of the day, the man who washes his common corridor up to 10 times daily. This is 78-year-old Mr. Wen, who does that allegedly to exorcise evil spirits, causing frustrations among residents. And actions include using a chemical vinegar mixture and banging a Buddhist bowl nightly, disturbing neighbours. There is a strong lingering smell in the corridor, and the corridor has been corroded due to repeated washing, so much so that a female tenant slipped on the wet floor on January 2025, breaking her ankle, with recovery taking nearly a month. The tenants now are not asking for any compensation and have also given up on trying to take up any requests with the landlord, instead choosing to move out quietly after their tenancy lease is over. And this nightly bowl banging disrupts sleeps, particularly for his 70-year-old neighbour, Mr. Wang. Mr. Wen accuses Mr. Wang of casting a spell, escalating tensions since his wife's death 2 years ago, and Mr. Wen's son, who lives with him, is indifferent to the issue. 6 tenants, including the injured woman, avoid confrontation as I have mentioned before, and just plans to move out after their lease expires in 2025. The tenants also report that Mr. Wen pours chemical mixture on their door and shoes, causing rust and discoloration, so now they just enter the house and remove their shoes and keep their shoes inside the house. Authorities have arranged mediation last year, but Mr. Wen refused to attend. What can you do when he doesn't appear for mediation? And Mr. Wang, unable to resolve the issue, has no choice. He has to sell his HDB unit, but struggles as potential buyers are deterred by Mr. Wen's behaviour, especially after house viewing. They notice the smell and the damaged corroded floor, so no sale has taken place so far. Mr. Wen once again claims he's exorcising evil spirits with homemade exorcism water and insists he does not intend to disturb neighbours, believing the area is just unclean.